Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Robertson. Today, I will talk to you about how to improve 11th grade ACT scores, which in particular is the math score here at Anniston High School. Here's the problem statement. The problem is the majority of the students come at Anniston High School come from a low income and poverty areas and high crime rate in the city of Anniston, Alabama. The lack of electronics is one of the problems that we face here at Anniston High School. Also, the lack of internet or high-speed internet. Our Chromebooks have been a problem. Each student is issued a Chromebook at Anniston High School here, but we do not have enough to refund, and when things break down, repair student Chromebooks. So one of the problem being when students Chromebooks get messed up, they in repair and it take time for them to get it back. And students go without Chromebook for X amount of time, sometimes up to weeks without a Chromebook. Some students have been without a whole month without a Chromebook. So this has been a problem while we've been going virtual. Also, we have in the past, we have had a lack of certified teachers in the past. Last year, we had the 9th grade math teacher was out most of the year. They went to 9th grade, had only for 2 months of the school year had a math teacher. We also have one teacher in the building that's a math teacher that's uncertified, they're working towards certification, and that is another problem here at Anderson High School, having its amount of certified teachers in all the main core areas. The hypothesis that I came up with at Anderson High School, the ACT math score of 11th grade students at Anderson High School will increase from previous years on the ACT by implementing more practice time on the math area, by allowing students more time to get practice and offer more programs so they'll be able to have more interaction and become more engaged. Some of the programs are ACT Prep Online. Also, we're going to implement a program called Swoop. It's a program that have showed over a period of time to increase other similar schools' ACT scores with similar demographic and similar crime rates. Again, we come from a low income area, so this is a great program that we can use. And we will implement this by over a period of time of 2 years. We will get so many students and basically let them be a case study for how this will work. Here are some of the definitions that you need to know about the ACT. The ACT is a standardized test used for college admissions in the United States. Like I previously mentioned, Swoop is a digital curriculum and test prep publisher. Again, this is a program aimed to increase students' ACT scores by practice, prep questions, and tests to show their progression. Poverty also is another thing that affects our school. It's a state of being extremely poor or under-resourced. Mr. Feaster, what do you think about the ACT scores? Well, how do you think ways we can improve the ACT scores that you have?
I think we can do more tutoring and probably some classes.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you very much for your input. That's a good point what he said. All right, we're going to head on to the literature review next. Also, the literature review, what I found was I found that it helped increase certified teacher success by providing in-classroom support for them, support work conditions in the culture. In other words, by the administrators and other teachers that can assign them mentors, some more experienced teachers helping uncertified teachers or new teachers that's less experienced. Also, we're going to prepare students in advance by having those test preps in place, and also using tutoring and other methods so they can be more ready for the test, like the pre-ACT test a little more. And we're going to try to offer students incentives for doing that, because a lot of students feel that if it's not a real test, they feel like they're not going to take it serious. So what we got to do is offer more incentives like gift cards and some kind of things of bonus points on certain grades, and that's something that we'll do. I also utilize materials that we already have in place to increase the test score. Like I said previously, was the ACT prep online and some of the classes that we offer, and we will implement the programs on a more consistent basis to make sure everything is consistent. Here's the action plan. I talked about this previously and briefly, but the study will consist of 25 11th graders, as well as faculty, staff, parents, and all stakeholders in the community to be involved. We will begin. We will begin this by students by beginning of the 1st August. In January, we'll do it by semesters. The students will pretty much be given a pre-test before they even start, so we'll know where they start at before we go. Then midway through, we'll do a mid-test and we'll do a post-test to monitor the student progress and see how have they progressed before taking the actual ACT. The staff will begin with a professional development, doing in-service before schools even start. So the faculty and staff will understand the program and how to implement it for the students so they can be ready and prepared when students come in. The group will participate according, like I said, towards each semester. We'll let them go per semester and progress throughout that, because we are on regular period schedule. So some schools is on block schedule, but we're on regular periods. So we will make a decision whether we do it the entire semester or entire year. So that to be determined at a later date. And we'll begin the planned program. And when I did my research, here are some of the references that I came up with. Several resources that came up, pretty good articles that showed different schools how to boost their ACT score, also action plans that been put in place to rate ACT scores. All right, Ms. Cole, what are some ways do you think we can improve the ACT scores, or what ideas do you have that you think we can possibly use?
Well, I think, like he said, tutoring will help because I know some students in school are like, they have like, they're, I don't know how to explain it, but they don't really focus in school and they're just like, oh, school is school, and they don't really focus. But if it's tutoring, since it's less kids, they may want to actually do it. So.
Okay, good. That's a good point right there.
And then I think like what you said with the bonus points and like gift cards, and maybe like, because I know that would probably help me, because I know if I'm gonna get rewarded for doing good, then I'm gonna want to do better.
Yes, ma'am. So that's great. Miss Cole just said a great point. So in other words, you incentive, they know they got something coming out of it. Is they're gonna do it. It's just like having a grade. If you know you're gonna get graded, you're gonna try your best. But if you're not gonna get graded, you might just go through the motion. All right, y'all, everybody. That concludes our presentation. And I appreciate everyone coming today. And I'll talk to you all later. Have a great day. Thank y'all.